Hello there guys! For today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a cyberpunk effect in Photoshop. And also we will dive deeper into using camera raw filter like applying split toning, vignette, and not only that, we're gonna also apply here levels and using brush tool for making glow effect. So let's get started! So here in our document, I prepare here an image of a busy city streets. But yes, actually cyberpunk effect is good to apply for images like a city or a street, something like that. The first step we're going to do here is we're going to duplicate our background layer. So to do that, going on to the layers panel, select on that background layer, right click on it, and then choose duplicate layer. And then let's rename this one as cyberpunk effect and select OK. Now the next step we're going to do here is we're going to use a camera raw filter because our plan here is to apply a pink and bluish color. So to do that, with that cyberpunk layer effect selected, I'm going to the menu bar, go to filter, under filter find camera raw filter. And this camera raw filter window will appear. So let's start adjusting some effects. So starting from the basic, I'm going to click this arrow, and then starting from the temperature, I'm gonna set this one to -8. From the tint, set this one to 43. From the highlights, set this one to -48. From shadows to 70. For whites to 20. Now moving on to the clarity, set this one to -9. From the haze to 35. Alright, now we're good with this. Now let's move on to the color grading. Okay, so this one, find this one, click on this. Alright, so let's start from the midtones. So from the midtones, I'm going to click and drag it here on this aqua color. Just something like this. Alright, and then from the saturation, yes, this circle, I'm just going to set this one to 50 or just like 49. That's way better. Okay, now let's go to the shadows. So from the shadows, I'm going to click and drag this one going to the color blue. Okay. All right. And then for the saturation, I'm going to set this one to a high amount to 100. Okay. And then from the highlights, okay, so from all the lights over there, now I'm going to click and drag this one going to the pink. Okay. So also from the saturation, I'm going to set this one to 100. Okay. Now that's way better. Okay. Now let's move on to the next part. Now let's go to effects and adjust the vignette. So from vignetting, I'm going to set this one to -30 to darken the edges. Now select OK. Alright, now the next step we're going to do here is we're going to darken this image with the use of levels. And by the way, if you find this video helpful so far, please consider subscribing to help YouTube algorithm show my videos to other nerds like us. Well, going back with that cyberpunk effect layer selected, I'm going to adjustment layer icon here under, yes, this one. Click this one and then find levels. From this graph here, okay, so I'm going to adjust this shadow slider moving to the right. So I'm going to click and drag it just a bit, okay, just to darken the image. All right, let's see. I think I'm good with 85. Yes, it's this one. It's already darkened. Okay, so from the midtones as well, I'm going to drag this one moving to the left. Like I'm going to set this one to 1.20. Yeah, that's better. Okay, now I'm good with this. It creates a darker effect of our image. Moving on to the next part, we're going to add a noise. So selected on that cyberpunk effect layer, I'm going to the menu bar, go to filter, under filter, find noise, and choose add noise. For the amount, I'm going to set this one to 3 and set that to Gaussian and then hit OK. Alright, now we just add a little grain on it. Okay, now the next step here is we're going to add glow on the parts that produces light on our image. Okay, so to do that, let's create a new layer. So going down here, yes, this one on the right bottom left corner of our screen. Yes, this one. If you see this square with a positive sign on the middle, click that. All right, and then let's rename this one as glow. Okay, with this glow layer selected, I'm going to make use of a brush. So going onto the toolbar, find the brush tool. It's here. This is the sign, or just select B for that. For the options, let's go on top. Yes, I'm going to set the brush if into soft round. And also from the opacity, I'm going to set this one to 30%. Okay, now I'm good with this. Okay, now let's use this one. Okay, so to use this brush by adding glow on our image, I'm going to press Alt and hold it. And let's get a sample from the area you want to glow. For example, this one here. I'm going to select that, get a sample color of white. There you go. And then I'm going to increase the size by pressing close bracket key. Okay, there are. Now this size is good, so I'm going to just one click on it. All right, there you go. It created a glow, isn't it? Okay, now let's keep on adding more glow. All right, so also hold out and then choose this one. This one, let's find a pink color over here. Yes, this one. Okay, and then let's click it just once. Okay. All right, that's way better. Okay, also here. So I'll just keep on doing it to the rest of the areas that produces light. All right, now this way better. Okay, and the last thing here. All right, so I'm going to go to the opacity and yes, decrease this one into just 80%. And there you have it. Now let me show you the before and after. So this one is the before and this one is the after. And that is how to create a cyberpunk effect in Photoshop.